How you doing, folks? Welcome to another episode of King's Eyes channel. This video is going to be about hypergamy or hypergamy. Okay, it's going to be more of a simplistic breakdown because, if you are just learning about it, it's not a hard concept, but if you don't have a whole lot of experience or, for whatever reason, it's just not sticking. Hopefully this helps, man, just trying to help out. So hypergamy is the act of marrying into a higher class or caste, or marrying up in prestige, family prestige, societal prestige, whatever. It's marrying up. Women, this is an instinct. Like, they can't help it. It just is what it is. So I'm gonna be, obviously this is gonna be about more so women. But anybody can take part in hypergamous actions. You don't have to be a woman to do hypergamy or to be hypergamous. But okay, so like I said, it's marrying up in caste or just in class. That would be if you were back in the day, if you were a peasant, you wanted to marry a duke or shit, even go as high as you can in class and marry somebody in a royal family or something, That's an example of what hypergamy is, right? But this definition is it doesn't encompass everything that we talk about today, okay? When we say females are hypergamous today, you hear, they're looking for the bigger, better deal. They're looking to move up, monkey branch, whatever, different things like that. Okay, basically what that's saying is, let's say a woman cares about looks. Let's say she's young, she's fertile, so she's looking for the best genes, okay? Basically the best male to mate with to get her knocked up, all right? This would be a woman going from a guy that has, big muscles with 18% body fat, right? Moving on to a guy with big muscles with 10% body fat. He has abs. The other guy didn't have abs. He has a strong jawline. The other guy didn't have as defined a jawline. That's an example of, physical hypergamous moves, but in the case of resources, going from a guy that makes 5 figures, 40, 50, 60 G's to a guy that makes 6 figures, 100,000, 200,000, moving from one guy that's making 40, 50, 60, whatever G's to a guy that's making 6 figures, that's hypergamy as far as resources. Okay, so hypergamy can be anything from, monetary hypergamy, hypergamy based off of looks, hypergamy based off of popularity, whatever. And this is an instinct in a woman. And it's not a bad thing. Like, it is what it is, okay? It's equivalent to the dominance instinct in men, right? Every man isn't going to be huge and bench press 500 pounds, right? Some men can do that, and they will want to dominate that area of life, however small, however big. Some guys are better with technology, building different things, right? We all have that drive in us to a degree to excel at what we do. Now what we do as far as human society goes can be a plethora of things. So there's not one way to be dominant. You could, back in the day, the best hunter obviously would be the most sought after male, the biggest, strongest guy during times of war would be an attractive male, so we all have that to a degree, right? Women are the same way, except for women, you take out dominance and put hypergamy. Women have an eye better than any coach, better than any talent agent. Okay? When they see a good thing, they can't help but to want to jump on it. Now, some women are better at controlling this than others. Just like all of us have that dominance instinct, but it's to varying degrees. The same goes with hypergamy. Every woman isn't slave to it, but every woman does have it. All right. So a woman showing hypergamous nature is not a bad thing, because it has its place. Okay, men fighting to be dominant allows over time for men to get better at what we do. You know, if a man was a blacksmith back in the day, and he taught his son everything he knows, by the time that man dies, the son has all of that skill already in him from learning from his dad, so he can further improve upon things, right? Well, hypergamy allows for offspring to survive. Okay, understand, it's found in all females, but it's for offspring. If an environment is tough, right? The environment is tough. It's tough to find food. It's tough to find water. It's tough to find shelter. A guy that is able to acquire those things is going to attract more women. And the reason is so, if that woman can have that man's children, those children would have a good chance of surviving. If she was to pick someone that wasn't as capable, her and those children would most likely die. So it's not because the woman wants to be evil. It's not because the woman, has is possessed or anything like that. It has its place. Dominance has its place in males. Hypergamy has its place in females. It is the urge to level up. Okay, it's the urge to get better, whether that be a guy that looks better, whether that be a guy that's taller, whether that be a guy that has more resources. It's to do better. And it's not just for her. Okay, it's for the children. Now, if a woman does have the children of that super, capable guy, she's most likely going to be taken under the umbrella of his protection and his provision. So it's beneficial to her in every way. You see what I'm saying? So that's their drive. Now hypergamy has kind of taken on a weird case now, or weird a weird meaning now, because women are controlled by the environment, and this environment is allowing women to do pretty much evil things and be rewarded for it. So the first thing they do is look for a male that has good genes, good looking, tall, athletic, whatever, born into a rich family, whatever. They have his children, and then they break away and collect the rewards. All right, so this has corrupted hypergamy. This has shown it for the evil that it can be. Just like the instinct of dominance in men. Men can go too far. You can be too ruthless. You can be too ambitious and hurt yourself and your loved ones inadvertently. The same thing could be said about hypergamy. Now granted, as a man, our lives are harder. So stuff like hypergamy, it just comes with the package of wanting or having a woman, But hopefully that was a good enough breakdown of what hypergamy is, okay? It's an instinct. Now, anybody can do it, men and women both, but it's an instinct in women. It is not intentionally, they're not doing it to be intentionally evil most of the time. Some of those women allow it to flourish into this monster that does hurt and destroy everything around them, okay? But it is an instinct. It's not learned. They are born with this, fellas. So, like I said, hopefully it's a breakdown of what hypergamy is. It can take many forms. You know, leveling up can take many forms, but hopefully now you'll be able to spot it. If you hear something about it, you know, hopefully you can understand it a little better. So thank you for joining me. See you guys next time.